gonna be. And speaking of which, Barbie, I'll be glad to be one of your manners. Changing the camera and all.
I'd made you a co-host. I think you have that already.
Okay.
What more do you
Very
want?
good then.
You could be our director tonight.
Oh no, Harry is an automatic director. He's a
Yeah.
natural.
Well, he's
I
not
can
doing
click
it
a button.
tonight. Harry's not doing it tonight. That's not his job on the virtual open mic. He's just
Okay, well, I
he's
will
free
be.
and easy.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just-
never
I'm
good.
just
His
here to-
good looks.
I'm just here to criticize.
He just gets to participate.
There you go. There you go.
Damn, that
But,
sucks.
Speaking of other operations, did anybody accidentally pick up an SM58 in a black pouch at Love and War last week? I can't find mine. It wasn't in my
Oh,
little gig bag. So I
ooh.
guess I'll have to drive out there tomorrow and see if they've got it.
Have you
Yeah.
called them?
Call him. Yeah.
Well, I could call them, but usually when I call, they don't. I try to describe what I'm looking for. I don't think so.
It's
that'll
a
never
silver
happen.
It's
microphone.
in a black Shure pouch.
Do you
Yeah.
have your name on it or anything?
No, I don't. which
Yeah,
is-
you'll never get it back.
I
It
need-
has
I
his
need to do
DNA,
that.
I'll bet.
Yeah, that's
And right
Where's
now,
Alan
only
when
my
they say
DNA
that?
is on it. I'm the only one who's ever
Yeah.
used that.
Yeah.
mic,
I
so.
left my songbook there, and it's got my name all in it. And
I left a.
and some girl took it home.
Are you kidding?
I'm not
Good
kidding.
Lord.
And
People are
it took me
nuts.
months to get it
I
back.
remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a
Wow.
big deal.
took
I,
me
I
months
left
to get it
my
back.
I left my little guitar stand on the floor, and it's gone. I
Mhm.
checked with them. No, we didn't see it. It got mixed in with the stage stuff, and somebody picked it up.
Yeah,
That's what I'm afraid happened to my mic.
that's what's happened to your mic.
I
it's-
hope that an honest person finds it and does the right thing.
Well, the
Yeah.
right, whoever found it just thinks it's part of the PA equipment at Love and War. It
Well, that's
was
what
Probably
I'm
true.
figuring, and
That's
it's
probably
probably
true.
with the Love and
Yeah,
War
it
stuff, and
might
they
be
don't
at the
know that.
sound-
That'd
Soundboard
be
even-
just as easy. Yeah.
It might very well be at the soundboard and you'd recognize it.
Yeah, but if the sound guy's not there,
You're an honest looking guy.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, I'll ask.
Yeah, because the sound guy's not there. However, maybe
I just-
just got next month you will be able to get it back.
Most
I was
likely,
I was
most
trying to
likely one
find
of
it
those
'cause I got a
waiters.
gig. I've got a gig Friday night, and I needed it. So I've got a 57 I can use since I'll be plugging my guitar in. I don't need the 57 as an instrument mic, so I'll just use my 57 if they don't have it. And amazingly, that SM58 has been $99.99 for longer than I can remember. So
Under 100.
yeah,
Several years ago, we were playing up at Angeles, and I had that little clip, and I'd put my camera on the wall. I'd attach it to a conduit, electrical conduit or something, pointing toward the stage. I left it going one night. I drove all the way home,
Oh,
and
God.
then I called whatever her name was, the girl that owned the place.
Yeah.
I called her number and told her what I did and everything. And finally, I got word that they had found it, and that it was in the cash register. So I went over there the next day, and I turned it on to see what happened. And it was funny. You could see everyone walking back and forth, putting chairs up and everything. All of a sudden, this guy stops and he's looking at the camera, and he comes up and puts his hand up there, and then click, it goes up. It was, he said something to somebody else, but it was funny watching, but they was in the cash register, just sitting there waiting for me.
You have to watch the film and see if that there was a crime committed while it was just on, or at least all that.
It wasn't streaming, it was just recording.
All right.
That's hilarious.
What's the order tonight? I've got myself going first if I'm going to host. Who was next? Barb?
Me and then Alan. Well, Alan's not playing though.
Alan's not playing?
Just looking at his
Yeah,
room.
and then Harry and Bill and Ace.
Well, Bill's not playing either.
Oh,
so-
that's right.
So Barbara, let's see, Harry's not playing. Bill is not playing.
Harry's playing. Alan's
I'm
not
playing.
playing.
Oh, Harry's playing. Alan's not playing. So that's just four of us playing?
I guess.
Yeah. That's 2/3. That'll get you in the Hall of Fame.
I can get
That's
Bill
a
to
D,
sing
that's a
something
D
a cappella.
plus. 66.7, that's a D plus.
We're great on the curve here.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
already
we're
on
great
Facebook,
the curve.
everybody, and this is the Dallas
Okay.
Songwriters Virtual Open Mic, which happens every Wednesday from 7 to 9. And if you're watching us on Facebook, we're glad you joined us. I'm Barbara McMillan, and our lineup is our host tonight is Mr. Keith Dodson. And so, Keith, why don't you start us out with a song?
All righty, I haven't even got that far as to.
Okay.
whoops.
Our lineup then is Keith Dodson. He's going to get us started, and then I'm next, and then Harry Hewlett and Mr. Ace Pounder. And we've got a couple other windows open here, people who are involved but not performing. So that's what you're going to get tonight, and I'm going to set it on speaker. And you got me. No, I wanted to get that's not what I wanted. Okay, let's get Keith on here. Spotlight. There he is.
I had a capo. There's the capo.
You got tuned up though, right?
I did get tuned up. Everything's kind of scattered. I was working on my setup for Friday night, and
You know, that guitar, did it melt or something? It looked like the hole's in the wrong spot.
if you just put your thumb and you drag it,
Yeah.
You can just relocate it where you want it.
All right.
This way, it catches more drool.
You can spit in it.
Where are you playing Friday, Keith?
Some friends of mine from church, their children, they're in their 30s, but I still call them kids, are opening up a snow cone stand in Prosper. So I was going to play a couple hours up there.
All right.
It's going to be hot.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun, but yes, it will be hot.
So I hadn't played. I'm responsible for my own equipment, so I yanked my mixer that I use for tonight's stuff and putting it through my Blues Junior, and we're going to see how that works. I was testing it out in the living room, so things are kind of scattered about here, but hopefully the sound is okay. Oh, speaking of sound, everybody, push that little original sound for musicians on. Okay. So this is a story about an elderly busker I saw in Savannah, Georgia. Saw him in the morning down in Reynolds Square, playing his flute for the people gathered there. Nothing really fancy, twinkle, twinkle, little star, and 3 blind mice for some tips in his jar. Now this old man, he was a sight to see. He looked like famous Amos sitting under the trees on an old park bench in the morning till noon, throwing popcorn to the pigeons in between each tune. He's got a sheet music on an old folded stand. It's just all him, he ain't got no band. Some of the tourists seem to laugh at his heart. Well, he's not a virtuoso, but he plays from his heart. He laid down $2, my change from breakfast. He said, "Where you from?" I said, "I'm from Texas." And then he asked, "Is this your first time here?" I said, "No, I come to see about twice a year." Well, that ain't exactly true. I go there to see my daughter and watch the big ships a-floating down on the water. I go to Leopold's for ice cream if I can, but it really warms my heart when I see the old man. So if you're ever in Savannah, check out the tourist scene. If your doctor will let you, go eat with Paula Deen. Go to the museums and the clubs if you dare, but be sure to see the old man playing flute in Reynolds Square. Barbara McMillan.
All righty. All right. So we've been working on our song contest. So I want to tell everybody that we have a song contest started. It started June the 1st and it runs through September the 30th. You can enter and you can go to our website or our Facebook page and get the links off of that to enter, and you can enter on our page, or you can get the link to BroadJam. If you want to join BroadJam, you can join BroadJam for free, or you can just enter on our Facebook page, or not on our Facebook page, but on our website, Song Contest website page. And we also have a Young Songwriter Song Contest that runs at the same time for 18 and under. So I want you to tell your talented people, those talented youngsters that you know that are songwriters, to submit a song. And if they're planning to go to college, it will give them an opportunity, a chance to be awarded a scholarship if they're planning to study music. I'm going to do a song that I wrote about being out in a bar in Dallas. I think I'm hearing some kind of weird thing going on. Let me turn it down a little bit. Sounds better. Saw you at the Cafe Dallas and over at the Bell Star, dancing with all those women. I was watching you from the bar. Then you started coming on to me, and all that I could see were those tight blue jeans. You know what I mean? You're just too loose to love, just enough to break my heart, too much to handle. I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't know where to start. Oh, I love your burleson blonde hair, honey, and those Texas bluebonnet eyes. Standing there looking good. You took me by surprise. Then you started coming on to me, and all that I could see were those tight blue jeans. I'm talking inseams. You're just too loose to love, just enough to break my heart, too much to handle. I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't know where to start. This is a little old two-step, which is important in those country clubs. Gotta have a two-step. Then you started coming on to me, and all that I could see were those tight blue jeans. You know what I mean? You're just too loose to love, just enough to break my heart, too much to handle. I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't know where to start.
Is that new?
No, I wrote it 100 years ago with Hoppy Hodges, which
don't
was
think
my
I've heard it
drummer at the
before.
time, and He actually played on the Buckingham Nicks album before they joined Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but he was from Duncanville and from this area. So when he moved back from California, we grabbed him up and he played with us for a while.
Awesome. Well, next in line, we have the incomparable Harry Hewlett.
Well, I do not have any 100-year-old songs, but this one is 20 years at least, 20 years old. Yeah. It's on my Tohoka Daisy album in case anyone's ever wanted one. Okay, it's called I'm a Believer Now. It goes like this. I saw you talking on your cellular phone. I heard you tell someone who's leaving home. I saw you pack your bags and walk out the door. I heard you push that Porsche to the floor. Did not believe. I'm a believer now. Daddy said, son, don't believe anything you hear. Only believe half of what you see. Well, honey, you've been gone almost half a year. Looks like it's time for starting to believe. I'm a believer now. Did not believe that we would ever part. Did not believe that you could break my heart. Did not believe that we would say goodbye. Did not believe that you could make me cry. Did not believe. I'm a believer now. Daddy said, son, don't believe anything you hear. Only believe half of what you see. Well, honey, you've been gone almost half a year. Looks like it's time for starting to believe. I'm a believer now. I'm a believer now. I'm a believer now. I saw you talking on your cellular phone. I heard you tell someone you're leaving home. I saw you pack your bags and walk out the door. I heard you push that Porsche to the floor. Did not believe that we would ever part. Did not believe that you could break my heart. Did not believe that we would say goodbye. Did not believe that you could make me cry. Did not believe. I'm a believer now. Oh yeah.
Harry, I apologize for not being muted and not realizing it until it was too late.
That was so bad, Bill.
I know it's distracting when it happens.
You only
Outraged.
did it when I had it. I was playing. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
Well, some
You were
robot
jealous.
called me
You-
up on the
you
phone
were-
and
you
I
were-
didn't realize.
yeah.
You were
sure.
jealous. You were jealous.
I was just trying to undermine your talents.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all right. I didn't know. I didn't hear you.
Oh, good. I'm
I didn't hear, all I
pleased to
could
hear
hear
that.
was me.
No, I don't think anybody heard you, buddy. I think you're.
Oh,
fine.
good, because my phone rang and everything.
I didn't hear anything at all.
Oh, good.
And next we have Mr. Ace Pounder.
Whoa!
Let it
yes.
fly, Ace.
Thank you, sir. All right, since this is the first, almost in tune. New strings. I hate new strings. Anyway, I'm just gonna soldier ahead, and this is since this is the first time we've been together since he's been gone. I'm gonna do my song for Grover, our song for Grover. I hope he saw it. Hey there, Grover, we celebrate your friend. Hey there, Grover, please play that tune again. Grover was a special man, he always had a smile, and stories that will make you pause and hang out for a while. Hey there, Grover, we celebrate your friend. Hey there, Grover, please play that tune again. Please sing the songs about the stars and the joy you find in life. The one about the universe and the eyes of a lovely wife. Hey there, Grover, we celebrate your friend. Hey there, Grover, please play that tune again. We know that life is bounded, we know there is an end, but love it is eternal, and we're with you, my friend. Hey there, Grover, please play that tune again. Hey there, Grover, we celebrate you, our friend. For Grover Duffield.
Yeah. Hey, I found I found a link to his obituary or pending obituary.
Right. Oh, interesting.
So hopefully, and so I think there's some links where you can send flowers too. So
Oh, excellent.
I think I'm going to send something. I posted it on Facebook on the DSA bulletin board. So
Okay, I'll have to look there. Cool.
Y'all should go back on his Facebook page and look at some of his pictures. I didn't even recognize the guy.
yeah,
He got so blown up with with all this sickness and everything. He looked like some totally different person.
yeah. Well, somebody posted in response to my post there about the funeral information. Said, that takes me by surprise because he's been putting so much positive stuff out on his Facebook page, and so he'll be missed. I'm deeply saddened. So, and we have Ciante. Welcome, and believe it or not, you're next in the queue here, and we have Jenny.
Hi.
Hi, Jenny. Hi, Ciante.
Hello.
Jenny, you will follow Ciante. Ciante's next here, so we'll be looking forward to hearing from you.
All right, I'm trying to remove the cable from my guitar. All right. Okay, this is my latest song. Let me turn on the original sound before I start. We met the first time and you were all smiles. I had great plans for us, could be good friends and then some. I wasn't looking for nobody new, but I was starting to warm up to you. Then you started mind twisting, and you like to play the victim. The lights started out white, then turned gray. Now they're so black I can't find my way. Let's go downhill. I built so you could break it down again. I feel, let's go downhill. I built so you could break it down again. I thought I got you one moment, you're so good. But then the very next you're acting so sketch. You went back on everything you said. Went from rosy pink to seeing red. You have such a good facade. Wanna know who the architect was? Once so nice, not so much twice. I won't stay around for thrice. I feel, let's go downhill. I built so you could break it down again. I down again. We both got our last. You got the word, and I'd had the straw. Every word flashes past, the lessons learned, the storms I saw. I feel us go downhill. Build, so you could break it down again. Feel us go downhill. Build, so you could break it down again. I feel us go downhill. I build, so you could break it down again. I feel us go downhill. I build, so you could break it down again.
Very, very nice.
Deontay's a rocker.
Ha, thank you.
Hey, you're sounding good.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Jenny, do you have a song for us this evening?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Do you have your original sound for musicians activated?
No, because I was told I don't need to activate that, even though it's much to Bill's chagrin. But I was told that because I only am using my phone and my earplugs, that it's not an option for me to select
Oh,
it.
okay. Okay. Well, we'll be glad to hear your song then.
Sorry, is it painful? The sound of my voice?
No,
Am I
the
too
voice
loud?
is good. The voice is good. It's the instruments that usually get.
Keith, you must not have been on. Jenny's been on a bunch of times before, and
Oh,
she does not play an instrument. So
I
she's giving
remember.
us the beginnings of her songs a
I
cappella.
remember now. I forgot about that. Yes, Jenny, I remember you. All right.
Thank
well,
you.
Let's
Thanks.
go.
If anybody wants to help me write some music or a riff, I need it. But for now I'm doing my okay. Thanks.
We
Don't
need to
not-
we need to set up some co-write workshops or something like that. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's hear what you have, Jenny.
Thank you. Don't nothing matter but me right now. Don't nothing matter but me. If you felt what it was I'm working with, you might need 15. Go on and twist my words around and make this your anthem. I'm just making lemonade with limes I was handed. Come on, y'all, taking time for me. It's my self-care soliloquy. I've cared about you and you and you. Caring for my needs is key. Don't matter much, don't nothing matter but me right now. Don't nothing matter but me. If you felt what it was I'm working with, you might need 15. Go on ahead and mess with my intent. Not something I care much about. We ought to take it easy, friends. Wrapped around an axle ain't my route. So wait. And then it goes again. Don't nothing matter but me right now. Don't nothing matter but me. If you felt what it was I'm working with, you might need 15. I know most would agree. Sometimes we need time free. Sometimes we need time free.
That's
Thank
great.
you.
That's really good. I could hear a chord structure in there. let's see, are you local to North Texas?
I'm in San Antone.
San Antone, okay. Yeah, you're just t'other side of Oak Cliff then.
But I'm traveling right now, and we've had birthdays and all kinds of issues, and so
well, if you ever get up to
it
the
goes with my song.
Metroplex, you ought to come to one of our open mics. And well, I'd have we need to have some sort of just kind of a get together and jam, and I think that'd be a great idea for setting up co-write sessions.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, and I enjoyed your song there. And I guess it's back around to me.
Thank you. Inspired it, Keith.
I did. How did I do
Yeah,
that?
because I like the humor the approach you take. And sometimes you feel so guilty taking time for yourself, and you're like, at some point you need to just relax and take it easy and make a joke. So thank you for your.
That's what I do all the time. It sometimes got in the way in business, but other than that, this next one, well, is not really a jokey one. But well, my capos. Counted up the morning's take, put the scroll back on the shelf. I was doing good for Rome that day and very good for myself. All throughout the marketplace there was a buzz of jubilee about a stranger in the town who came from Galilee. I asked someone, who is this man and what does he do? He said, taxman, you just go on home, this don't concern you. They say that he's a prophet sent to bring us all relief. It's nothing for collaborators, especially a thief. A feeling came on strong in me, I just had to know. I searched until I saw the crowd gathered there in Jericho. Too short for seeing anything, I climbed up in a tree. And when I finally saw the man, he was staring straight at me. Zacchaeus, he shouted, come down now, I'm dining with you today. Gather your friends and take me to where you live. I'll tell you of my kingdom and I'll tell you of my way. How all your sins I will forgive. Now the crowd began to mutter about the words that they just heard. Hanging around with sinners and tax collectors is absurd. I told him after dinner, half my all I'll give the poor. And through those all I've cheated, I'll return to them times 4. Salvation comes into your house today, he said to me. For you too are a son of Abraham, it's plain to see. Later on at Calvary, for the Son of Man came to this world to seek and save the lost. And later on at Calvary, he died to pay the cost. Yeah, later on at Calvary, he died to pay the cost. All right. And next we have Barbara McMillan.
I like that, Keith. That's nice.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Well, we're coming on the 4th of July weekend. Everybody have any big plans?
Barbie, before we go any further, does anyone else find Barbie's voice not as loud as her instrument tonight?
The instrument does seem to be a little hard driven. It was distorting a bit there, especially earlier. But yeah, the voice is down. The instrument needs to come down a tad, and the voice up a bit, or one of those two.
Okay, how's that? Is that better?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I have something for the 4th of July. Here is the prayer that actually it was a convocation prayer of the First Continental Congress. And then I'm going to do my song called America the Free. O Lord, our Heavenly Father, high and mighty King of kings, and Lord of lords, who doth from thy throne behold all dwellers on earth, and reigneth with power supreme and uncontrolled over all kingdoms, empires, and governments. Look down in mercy, we beseech thee, on these our American states who have fled to thee from the rod of the oppressor, and thrown themselves on thy gracious protection, desiring to be henceforth dependent only on thee. At each rising of the sun, I'm thankful for each one of the heroes that shield my home from harm. Founded on the trust in our God to care for us, our USA will rise against all odds. We stand as one, no matter where our family's from. Together we in our diversity stand for the right to be America the free. No matter what our faith or the color of our face, our differences we gladly set aside. In the face of adversity, we stand in unity. In times like these, we're brothers in our cry. We stand as one, no matter where our family's from. Together we in our diversity stand for the right to be America the free. From the totem in the forest green to the steeple in the desert sky, across the golden expansive plain, out of many roar a single cry, cry. We stand as one, no matter where our family's from. Together we in our diversity stand for the right going to be America the free.
Very nice. Very nice. I like that one.
Yeah, the balance, I really like the balance too.
Yes. And there was no distortion anymore. So
Really, I'm hearing a buzz on my end for some reason. It might be my earbuds or something.
could be. Could be. Well, anyway, coming up, we have the poet from beyond the Caprock Escarpment, Mr. Harry Hewlett.
I've never been called that before, but that's
Wait, an escarpment is in the title. The poet from the Caprock Escarpment.
Is the Caprock, is that, would that be the escarpment?
That's the big section where the Llano Estacado starts as you're going west. You come up and there's kind of a big rise, which was I don't know, glaciers formed, and then at the top of it is the Llano Estacado.
My daddy said, but way back when, when they first started going out there and they had Model Ts and stuff, the only way they could get up it was to put their Model T in reverse and back up
Oh my!
They had to back up the road, yeah.
Wow.
When he moved out there in 1922, they moved out there in a wagon. He always claims he moved out there in a covered wagon. I mean, it was a wagon, but it wasn't really like a wagon train. But he brags to the grandchildren, but used to anyway. Okay, I'll play a song. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it if you want it. Gonna give my love to you. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it if you want it. Gonna give my love to you. Well, you act like a lady when you're in the crowd. You act like a lady when no one's around. You act like a lady, never cuss or swear. Oh, babe, the way you whisper in my ear, you gonna get it. You gonna get it. You gonna get it if you want it. Gonna give my love to you. You gonna get it. Doot, doot, 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 you gonna get it if you want it. Gonna give my love to you. You gonna get it. You gonna get it. You gonna get it. You gonna get it. You gonna get it if you want it. Gonna give my love to you. Well, you act like a lady when you tell me no. You act like a lady when you tell me no. I say act like a lady when you act like a lady when we kiss goodnight. You act like a lady when you hold me tight. You act like a lady when you tell me no. No, babe, the way you won't let go. You gonna get it. You gonna get it. You gonna get it if you want it. Gonna give my love to you. You gonna get it. Doot, doot, 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 you gonna get it if you want it. Gonna give my love to you. And I can't figure out what I want to name that song. I'm not real sure. Maybe y'all could help me with that.
Man's inhumanity to man.
Etude in B flat.
There you go.
Ace, yeah.
There you go.
Right, and now it's time for Mr. Ace Pounder.
All right. Well, I can't resist. I guess I'm going to be the guy in the immediate news. I'm going to be the news teller of the group today because my second piece of news is another man in the news these days. And, well, let's face it, he's my least favorite dictator. And so I thought in his total embarrassment, he deserved a song to, well, you know. He's riding a horse without wearing a shirt. You can tell he's a hell of a man. He poses with tires and kicks at the dirt. He can do things that nobody can. All are in awe when he walks through the halls. His enemies, they have no chance. The people, they call him Vladimir. Vladimir the poisoner of underpants. Vladimir the poisoner of underpants. His potions will drive you insane. He'll mess with your drawers so the poison can flow straight from your balls to your brain. So don't say a word to nobody, or Vlad will weaponize your crotch. He won't even have the damn decency to wade and poison your scotch. So don't mess with Vlad the Impaler, or he'll run you through with a lance. That's why they call him Vladimir. Vladimir the poisoner of underpants. Vladimir the poisoner of underpants. His potions will drive you insane. He'll mess with your drawers so the poison can flow straight from your balls to your brain. Let's face it, he's had a tough week this week. Not tough enough, don't get me wrong, but
Well, now I understand he's fighting in Iraq too.
oh, God knows. He's insane.
Vladimir the Poisoner of Underpants. I just wait to hear that. That's the whole song right there.
Yeah, right. That's what else do you need to know? And that's not me. That's Vladimir. That's what's his Alexei Navalny. That's his quote. I heard that and I said I must write a song about it.
Vladimir the Poisoner
of
Underpants.
Underpants. Navalny found out. I mean, he made a film about it. He actually went to the trouble of contacting the guys because they poisoned him. And they took him off the plane. He was supposed to stay on the plane to the Soviet Union where, oh, gee, it's too bad they've got poison, you know what I mean? But he was taken off the plane, and as a result, he survived. And he and some of his friends decided it would be really funny to contact the Russian, showing my age, the Russian authorities to find out exactly what went down. And eventually they got in contact, with one of the guys who was part of the hit team. And he explained, because Navalny pretended he was some kind of KGB colonel, and it was like, well, tell us what you did, because we're not happy with him. Well, we put the poison in his underwear, sir, and we were for sure that it'd kill him, but it just didn't. And Navalny just cracked up. It's just too weird. And so that's the genesis of the song and the expression. It's true. I mean, Putin's an evil man. There's very little else you can say. It's just.
All right.
Don't you hate it when your underwear get poisoned?
Oh, Lord, yes. That's why I change mine every week.
Whether you need to or not. Right?
Whether I need to or not.
All right. Well, Seante, what you got for us?
Okay, here's another one of mine. I'm in a class I shouldn't be at, but I'm kinda glad, 'cause 'cause that's where I see you every week. Though you don't care in the least, you don't even know I exist. You've got an attitude, but I fantasize about you. Trace your lips in my head, I'd run away with you any day. But every time our eyes meet, you look away, like we're having a match of playing hard to get. And you got me wondering if you can instead join the games I play in my mind about how you could be mine. I stay away from temptation and silly infatuations, but I daydream as you shout out answers from your corner. You're such an alpha. I run into your friends, but you're never with them. Who are you hanging out with? Or are you a workaholic? 'Cause every time our eyes meet, you look away, like we're having a match of playing hard to get. And you got me wondering if you can instead join the games I play in my mind about how you could be mine. And I don't know what to do, pursue or let you go. No, no. And I might make a move, take a chance on flu, or maybe I won't. But I think I should. Could be mine. Could be mine. Could be mine. Could be mine. Should be mine.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
And Jenny, do you have one for us?
That was beautiful. My mind was going through all the iterations of why he or she won't stare into your eyes.
Thank you.
I'm like, does that person like somebody else all of a sudden, or are they painfully shy, or what?
I think
'Cause they should
I
be hers.
I think I meant to say that they are shy. But it could be
Oh.
interpreted as they're interested in someone else. I don't know. It's up to the listener to interpret.
I was taught that if you like someone, you have to go stand near them. And I'm like, well, I'm not good at that. I'm too scared to even walk up to somebody and stand by
Me
them.
too.
Okay, here's my song. Now, I don't know how the chorus is supposed to go, so maybe y'all can give me some advice. Or I'm in the wrong. I need to get advice somewhere else and come here with it more polished. But can we please have fun? Don't want to harm no one. I want to have a few drinks, hear what you think, and smile in the sun. Can we please have fun? Don't got no loaded gun. Just hold my hand, let's relax in the sand. I want to hold you, hun. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna breathe salty air. We're gonna catch some waves, and waves stand from our hair. Can we please have fun? Don't think I'm asking for much. I've got a blanket for two. I've got a blanket for two. Fun vibes will ensue. I'm waiting on you. That's it.
All right. Was there a bridge in there, or did I miss the verse? Or
What? I
about
don't know what a bridge. I know,
a
like,
bridge is a
Bill,
section where you kind of change it. Well, in the generic up-tempo folk song, it says the purpose of the bridge is to get from the middle to the beginning of the end. It's something that's sung with kind of a different melody to kind of maybe set up your conclusion. So there was a one
it
that
was
there was one that was like
that.
was most of your verses were 5 lines, or was that the chorus?
The third one, we're going to have some fun. We're going to breathe salty air. We're going to catch some waves and waves stand from our hair.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know the difference between a chorus and a bridge, but I know Bill has been telling me to go look at the art of craft of songwriting. It's just that my personal life is beyond formed, but
Oh, I know that.
is it the same?
That's so you only did that portion once, so I think that's a bridge, and I liked it a lot. So
Okay, so then can I have a song, Thank You, with a bridge but no chorus? Or do I
Yeah,
need to
of
come up with a
course,
chorus?
of course.
Okay.
If I were you, I would go to the library and find if there's something in the library, like a book of Bob Dylan's lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
this guy will give you a master class in song structure, imagination, and the tradition of writing.
He was a genius, or is.
You
Okay.
certainly-
Sorry, I didn't mean to put him in the past tense there. Sorry.
I mean, I've got a book of
Thank you.
his lyrics the size of a family Bible. So I don't know how much it would cost to buy one, but I'll bet you could probably get something from either Half Price Books or, better yet, the library. But yeah, there's definitely a craft. And the chorus is something that's hooky and catchy, and you repeat it because the second time it comes around, it should be already familiar enough that people are singing with it. And the bridge is something to change things up for a while. It's a bridge. It goes from one section to the next. That's why it's called a bridge. And anyway, yeah, that Harry, I've said this before, really understands the craft of songwriting. Not only has he got a wide spectrum of emotional range, but he understands the nuts and bolts and the craft of songwriting. Anyway, I'm out. And
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Good stuff there, Bill. Are
Thank
talking about
you.
the craft of lyric writing?
Well, there's a book called Making How to Make Cents and Dollars
Oh, okay.
by a guy, High Glazer, but it's out of print. But I discovered it at the downtown library a couple of decades ago. If
Oh,
I ever
cool.
find it, I'll buy it. If you ever find it, you buy it.
Okay. Well, I've got one book called The Craft of Lyric Writing, which I got started on. I really kind of lost it in that one. I mainly used the Pat Pattison book, which is pretty good. I like the exercises in it.
Oh, by the way, I'll bet you Barbie can come up with something super, super educational right now, too.
She's a professor of music. She is a professor.
Yeah.
Hate to put you on the spot, Barbie.
I use the Pat Pattison book in teaching, and I think it's good. It's good to teach too. Good old Pat.
It's where I learned object writing. So
We should all take her class.
I would like to, maybe in the fall.
Wouldn't that be fun? All of us in there. We could sit on the back seat and put our feet on the seat in front of us.
We could pass notes.
We could be the bad kids in
We'd
the
probably
class.
have the worst grades in class.
Probably.
Well, that would be Monday night. That'd be Monday night. So
Monday night. Okay. When does that start up?
third week in August.
Okay. Oh, wow. So we need to register. Is registration open for that, or?
Yeah, the best thing to do is register a continuing education course, which is 1021. I'll send that through the members group.
Oh, that'd be great.
And,
I would love to take that class.
And then that continuing education class on Monday night is also cross-sectioned with, regular students from Collin College, younger students. So it's interesting. So have a mix of people.
Regular and younger. Wow. Okay.
Well, I mean,
What if
young-
she's trying to distance herself from the riffraff?
That leaves Harry and me out.
Well, we could
No,
sit together. We-
Alexis
there you
took the course last semester, and the semester before that, Larry Beamer took it.
Cool.
So kind of interesting. So I'd love to have y'all. That'd be a lot of fun. It
Okay,
makes the
great.
class more fun.
Yeah, put the information out there, and I'll see about registering. That'd be
Okay,
great.
will do.
All right. Well, I guess it comes back around to me. This is my love song for the digital age. One day I launched my browser, pure knowledge to acquire. An image came upon my screen that set my heart on fire. She smiled at me with big brown eyes, too lovely to describe. She asked me to like her and also to subscribe. She's the girl of my streams. I saw her on the net. Started with a Facebook meme, the subject I forget. Now she shows up everywhere, cat videos and spam. Recommended by YouTube. Follow her on Instagram. I really just had to meet her. I clicked to find her store. I bought 3 t-shirts and a mug, a tote bag and much more. But to a message down below, my lovesick eyes were drawn. To really get to know me, just join my Patreon. She's the girl of my streams. I saw her on the net. It started with a Facebook meme, the subject I forget. Now I see her everywhere, cat videos and spam. Recommended by YouTube. Follow her on Instagram. I finally got to know her. I'm happy to report her page tells all about her and her levels of support. For inside information and exclusive streams deluxe, I can join her inner circle 1 month for $30. She's the girl of my streams. I saw her on the net. Started with a Facebook meme, the subject I forget. Now I see her everywhere, cat videos and spam. Recommended by YouTube. Follow her on Instagram. I'll follow her on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and YouTube and Twitter and WhatsApp and TikTok. Girl of my streams. All right. Thank you. Thank you. And now we're back to Barbara McMillan.
All righty. Well, streams and dreams. It rhymes. Being drawn to your tenderness, you have surprise. Our synergy has made me dizzy. It's a job of my dreams to keep you happy. It's a job of my dreams. It's a job of my dreams to be your lover. It's a job of my dreams to be your friend. Now I won't deny what I feel is real. I'll take your lead and follow and surrender all I have to give. For I found a new tomorrow. It's a job of my dreams to keep you happy. It's a job of my dreams. It's a job of my dreams to be your lover. It's the job of my dreams to be your friend. To be your friend.
I like that one. I like that one.
Oh man, it was way too slow. The keyboard
That was perfect.
reset itself. Didn't you think it was slow? I thought it was way too.
I didn't. I thought I was grooving just right. Personally.
Yeah, it was a groove, you know.
And the drums were too loud. It started off.
No, it was fine.
I turned
No.
them down, and then I was trying to keep turning them down, and I don't know.
I
Must
thought
have
that-
sounded different to you than us then, because it sounded great.
Oh, thank you.
It was,
You guys are
yeah, it was
kind.
a very pleasant groove, and I think it worked well with the lyrics because I don't think you want to rush that one. That was beautiful, I think. Okay, Harry, what do you have for us now? Better unmute.
Every time you call me, I have to. It says unmute thyself. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Bill, I want you to listen to this and Keith. I'm probably the most religious person on the screen here, but I grew up in a Baptist church, and I love that music. I just love all them old songs. And I think I'm working on a good song here. I played a really bad version of it last time, but here's where it has evolved to. See if I can get it. This will be just like an old country kind of a song. I gave my heart to Jesus. I was just a little kid. Preacher said I'd go to heaven no matter what I did. But the road was awfully crooked and each fork it had no sign. Was he right? Praise God. Or was I wrong? All I had to do was choose the best road I could find. Thought I gave my heart to Jesus in just the nick of time. But the road of life is crooked and the end is now in sight. Was he right? Praise God. Or was I wrong? Told a woman that I loved her. Wasn't long we had a child. Told them both that I'd be back for them in just a little while. Told myself to just keep going,
they'd be better off alone. Was he right? Praise God. Or was I wrong? All I had to do was choose the best road I could find. Thought I gave my heart to Jesus in just the nick of time. But the road of life is crooked and each fork it has no sign. Was he right? Praise God. Or was I wrong? I shot a man in anger, I would do it all again. No way I could forgive him or forget the things he said. All I wanted was to see his lifeless body on the ground. Was he right? Praise God. Or was I wrong? All I had to do was choose the best road I could find. Thought I gave my heart to Jesus in just the nick of time. But the road of life is crooked and the end is now in sight. Was he right? Praise God. Or was I wrong? I can hear the angels singing, a loud voice above them all. Bright light, long dark tunnel, was it my name that he called? Could this be my salvation or the devil in disguise? Was he right? Praise God. Or was I wrong? All I had to do was choose the best road I could find. Thought I gave my heart to Jesus in just the nick of time. But the road of life is crooked and the end is now inside. Was he right? Praise God. Or was I wrong? Was he right? Praise God. Or was I wrong? What do you think?
I like it. The best part is that you deleted that one line that I was talking about last week.
Yeah. Well, what I'm getting at here, I don't know how many Baptists we got here, but if you're a Baptist and you're a little kid, they just scare the hell out of you. That's what they try to do when you're a kid.
Yep.
Not at my church.
Well, at my church, where I went with Southern Baptist, but then the preacher says, well, but once saved, always saved, And then you grow up thinking that, and you think, well, I guess hell, I can go out and drink beer and do all this kind of stuff.
But your conscience won't let you. I continued smoking dope for like decades after I got saved, and I was always feeling guilty.
If you did it right, but if you did it wrong, you could have done it wrong, and maybe you're not going to feel guilty about it. So there's always that question.
There's a question, was I genuinely saved or not? And obviously my answer.
There's all kinds of questions. But anyway,
well, that's where you need some good old John Wesley holiness.
Yeah. Well, but it's shaping up, don't you think? Oh, maybe.
Yes.
It's kind of fun.
Well, Calvin takes care of the whole thing because you're predestined, and you don't have to actually worry about it. You can screw it up, but if you're the elect,
it just depends on which church you go to.
Well, the Wesleyans we're Arminian, not Calvinistic, so.
Well,
just be Catholic, and then you can just go and confess your
way.
sins and.
Study the Bible, study the Bible, study the Bible. The Old Testament is absolutely wonderful, and it sets the whole
but it was kind of
stage for the rest of the story.
But out there in West Texas, it's kind of messed up. It never rained. It's dry. It's really dry. And it was so dry. It was so dry that the Baptists, rather than dunking, for baptism, they sprinkled. and then when the Methodists found out about it, you know what they did? They started dry cleaning.
And now from Texas,
it's like
ladies and gentlemen.
they used to say that they had a common Baptist area. They'd have the Baptists come in and dunk in the swimming pool, and the Methodists would stand next to it and get the splash back.
Well, anyway, we better talk about something else.
I think so. Say, Auntie, can you get us out of this trouble?
Wait, last week Harry sung a song and it struck a chord. Remember?
Yeah.
It was
what
it was very
to me?
funny.
It was an early version of this song.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped you. Oh. Ace, hang on, Ace. It's
Ace,
time for Ace Pounder.
Ace always gets skipped. I don't know what
I
he's
Yeah.
messed that one up.
No one likes me. I
I'm
know.
sure he's got a good song for
It's
this
a-
subject.
personality thing, Ace.
Well, I actually I didn't choose this for the moment or the. With all the, I probably should have done something religious with all these nice religious songs.
Do a Jewish song, a religious song.
No, I'm not.
They like Jewish people like gospel songs. You just can't say Jesus.
Yeah, well, Paul Warren is. I can do it on the piano. Okay, I can't do it on the here. I got the guitar, and that's all I can do with. Is I mean, I could do Rainy Days in Texas, which is, but that's not what I wanted to do. No, I'm doing this one because I wanted to hear what this guitar sounds like. with
You
this.
do what you
Ace,
want to
you
do.
you.
Yeah, this is. There's a reason why I got this guitar improved, and that is because I'm writing a lot, and you guys probably have noticed this. I've been writing over the last few years a lot of stuff. One of them about that I call New American Songbook, kind of stuff taken from the chord patterns and structures of the 30s and 40s, and filtered through whatever my brain does, you know.
Your muse is very fertile. You know what makes it fertile?
I got it. I don't know, man, but no one has ever said that to me.
Yeah, very fertile muse, yeah.
Well, I do write a lot. Harry, that's right. I meant to bring this to your attention. I'm starting a song for Grover, and I am going to play tag, at least with you and Alan, because I know you and Alan were friends. Bill, I know, is a friend. Well, actually, all you guys know Grover, but I was going to write a chorus and a piece of a verse and a piece of a something and send it on to you. So if you get
Okay.
that in the, don't be surprised.
What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to do more with it.
More with it, like words or music or anything?
Yeah, exactly. Or
It's a chain song.
yeah, it's a chain song.
You
Working at
write a
the
verse
chain.
and then send it to 10 of your friends, and then they'll write a verse, and
Yeah, it's
Send
just the idea is just I thought we could all do something collective.
when we get to the
for
top of the
Grover.
list, you get a Grammy.
Nah, no, at my age I get a granny, but that's another story. Yeah, yes. Funny guy from Pittsburgh, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I will play Rainy Day in Texas later, but this is what I've got in front of me. It's it's called Together Through Autumn with You, and the reason I got this guitar back in style is because I'm playing this kind of song, and hopefully this will work. So anyway, you can be the judge, or I may have everything screwed up. Who knows? The moon's cloaked in silver, the weather grows colder, the mornings bring crystalline dew. But sitting together, we welcome the weather, together through autumn with you. The season always feels so sentimental. Maybe it's the colors and hues. But I always feel sorry, so warm and cozy, enjoying the autumn with you. After the winter, summer, and not yet the winter, fall is a pause let's enjoy a few meals. How express how grateful life feels together through autumn with you. The season always feels so sentimental. Maybe it's the colors and hues, but I always feel so warm and cozy, enjoying the autumn with you. Soon we'll be at the cabin with our Thanksgiving traditions, like hugging a puppy or two. You always look enchanting with coffee in the morning, together through autumn with you. We'll waltz through the winter with a memory of summer, together through autumn with you. There. That's kind of what I think this guitar can do. So I hope it works
Beautiful.
out.
It's a nice instrument.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got this in a music store in New Orleans. I assume, sadly, that it was a 5-finger discount, but it's a Chinese-made version of what's called a Broadway Epiphone, and it's pretty cool. I'm messing with it to get the sound right, but
You know how old it
Are
is?
you plugged in with it, or are you
Yeah, I'm
using the
actually-
acoustic sound?
no, I've got it through something called a sustainer and something called a blues something or other. I don't know. Come on, Keith, it's me.
Is it some sort of a pedal or something between the
Yeah,
guitar
two-
and the interface?
Two pedals.
Got an accelerator and a
Yeah,
clutch?
you and Bill know about this stuff. You guys, I you know. Oh yeah. It says blues. I like blues. You know? I'm a simple man. What can I tell you?
So the SMLR oscillator is only functioning at 40%?
Yes, I think the combabulator is adjusted to the Zanel fibrillator.
I deduced that.
It needs more blinker fluid.
Yeah. Oh, always, man. Yeah.
Okay, now it's time for Seante. I got out of order there. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Was that us playing out of turn?
I did it.
We used to be friends as kids, tearing down streets at mad speed, of paradises we dreamed, and in these dreams we believed. We used to be fools as kids, blaming one another for the misdeeds, but I think our fights were gimmicks, spilled the other secrets and got our kicks. Then we grew up all so abrupt, it felt so rushed, our paths unrolled. You went from a boy I knew to a man I don't. Strangers now, waiting to be redeemed. Won't you tell me how you have been. Is this how it was meant to be? With strangers now, but still chasing our dreams. Tell me now what this feeling is. I go looking for your pictures. Wish I were the one next to you, not her. But don't tell me if you concur. Is something wrong with me when I sit to work with my cup of brew? All I can do is write songs about you. We can take up where we left off, building castles in the air, make them come true, go live in them, the dreams we never outgrew. Strangers now, waiting to be redeemed. Won't you tell me how you have been? Is this how it was meant to be? With strangers now, but still chasing our dreams. I met you the other day. You broke your back trying to carry the conversation. We talk later again, we say, but never did. Strangers now, waiting to be redeemed. Won't you tell me how you have been? Is this how it was meant to be? With strangers now, but still chasing our dreams. Strangers now, waiting to be redeemed. Strangers now, but you live in the dream.
Broke your back trying to carry the conversation.
I got that inspiration from a meme. There's a meme out there which says the exact same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
All right.
I was feeling guilty about wanting to steal it from you, but knowing that you've already gotten it somewhere.
Yeah, I wrote my
Great
song
line.
about the guy's self-driving truck leaving him. That was a Facebook meme I got inspiration from. I think we all kind of get inspiration there. Anyway, it's time for Jenny. What do you got for us now?
That was very funny. Deontay, your song made me cry.
Aw.
Yeah, my eyes are watering.
Aw.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This song is called Chatbox, and I realized that it sounds like the last song I sung. So I haven't seen this one in a while, so this one has to go a different way, but for now it sounds just like the last one because I don't know another way to make it go. You know it's all the way, don't matter who's to blame. It's all the same refrain, rambling on again. You know I call it pain. I didn't ask for games. I asked to make it stop, but he's at it again. I can't tell you how it makes me feel. I can't. It's a zero-sum game. No fun stuff here today. There's a babbling brook and it leads the way. I don't speak your way. Come on, hex this cray. It rarely seems to end. Why are you gonna stay? Chats, and then it ends with chats in hell again. Chats in hell again. Chats in hell again. Chats in hell again. So it's called Chatbox. It's about someone who doesn't know when to stop talking to me.
I like it. I like it. That one's got a bridge in it too. You had the one that only had 3 lines in it. And then you had a tag. Then you had a repeated tag at the end. I like that.
Thanks.
So you're using the right structures. It's very good there. Oh, it's time for me again, isn't it? Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. This is probably the first song I wrote on my own. Though I did have some help from a guy named Sam Baker fleshing out some of the chords, because I, at the time, did not know how to play diminished chords very well. So anyway, this is, I started songwriting. I wanted to pour out my soul and reach out to the human condition. So this is all about barbecue. All around this great big world, we all love barbecue. In every land a different style, let's just name a few. Now the Germans grill their bratwurst, Virginians smoke their ham. In Canada they roast wild game, while Greeks kebab their lamb. A shrimp on the barbie in the land down under. And here in Texas brisket just fills our hearts with wonder. But in the District of Columbia, prepare your knife and fork, 'cause in our nation's capital, they specialize in pork. Well, let's all go down to that DC joint where the Congress gathers and pork is the point. A tasty little tidbit couldn't get much dearer. The secret of the flavors in the smoke and mirrors. The elephants love it, the donkeys too. Yeah, they all want a great big piece of pork to chew. And when the Washingtonians enjoy their barbecue, pork is the point. Well, a gentleman from Ohio wants to build a dam. He grabs a great big pork chop and he shares with Senator Sam. A rep from Alaska needs a new bridge. It's just a little pork loin she pulls out of the fridge. And a senator wants a stadium in sunny Tennessee. Well, these short ribs have no backbone, and neither does he. Well, let's all go down to the DC joint where the Congress gathers and pork is the point. A tasty little tidbit couldn't get much dearer. The secret of the flavors in the smoke and mirrors. The elephants love it, the donkeys too. Yeah, they all want a great big piece of pork to chew. And when the Washingtonians enjoy their barbecue, pork is the point. Now this obsession with the pig, it must be some psychosis. All we can do is hope and pray they all get trichinosis. Well, let's all go down to the DC joint where the Congress gathers and pork is the point. A tasty little tidbit couldn't get much dearer. The secret of the flavors in the smoke and mirrors. The elephants love it, the donkeys too. Yeah, they all want a great big piece of pork to chew. And when the Washingtonians enjoy their barbecue, pork is the point. Yes, sir. Pork is the point. Let's save our bacon. Pork is the point. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, I think we're on our final round for the evening. We'll go to Barb McMillan.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go from the religious to very blue.
Is there something called blue gospel?
I don't know.
We should invent that.
I've got a song called Bale's Blues. I'll play that one next week.
There you go.
What is Bale's Blues?
It's the story of Elijah and the prophets of Baal up on Mount Carmel.
Oh, wait a minute. We've heard that before, haven't
Yeah,
we?
yeah, I've played it a few times here.
Yeah. I know that one.
I used to call it, thinking back to my Grayson County accent, Elijah and Baal on Mount Carmel. But shorten it to Bale's Blues.
In a smoky bar last Saturday night, I'd gone too far, was feeling alright, when this handsome guy with his big brown eyes was driving me wild. Let me tell you why. He's got a big instrument. He's got a big instrument. Make me sing this song. He's got a big instrument, knows how to play it all night long. Oh, shoot. He hold it real firm with his left hand, make me squirm, squeeze it as tight as he can, stroke it just right with his right hand, stroke it through the night. He's a stroker man. He's got a big instrument. He's got a big instrument. Make me sing this song. He got a big instrument, knows how to play it all night long. Now I know what you're thinking, that I'm playing it loose. You may have been drinking, but that's no excuse. Now, keep it clean and get that smirk off your face. 'Cause he's the cat on the scene that plays the upright bass. He's got a big instrument. He's got a big instrument. Make me sing this song. He's got a big instrument, knows how to play it all night long.
Woo!
Barb, that was kind of naughty.
Yeah.
I warned you.
I saw the conclusion coming, but I was waiting for it to happen.
You're supposed to set an example, Barb, for us.
I warned you. I warned you. I warned you.
Barbie's getting rowdy.
So Barbie's getting rowdy, yeah.
But would you accept a song like that from your students?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, you can't believe what they sing about. Let me tell you.
Well, Harry, what are you going to sing about?
I'm going to sing a song that I wrote
All right.
called Holiday Inn with an R.
He was a salesman, had a company car, covered all of New Mexico. He could make a cold call on the devil himself, knew every little rule of the road. But it's a downer when you're an out-of-towner, gotta spend a lot of nights alone. On the evening in question is in his room, resting at the Albuquerque Green and Gold. He was staying at the Holiday Inn, sleeping at the Holiday Inn. Never had a hesitation when he made his reservation, no surprising at the Holiday Inn. He was staying at the Holiday Inn, eating at the Holiday Inn. Even took a down and outer, though the traffic it was louder, it is safer at the Holiday Inn. She was a brave little honey, saved her money, she was taking a trip on her own. But she heard a lot of stories about from her girlfriend Lori about the traveling men she had known. So she took a can of mace when she checked into the place she had guaranteed a month ago. Feeling a little nervous, called room service, afraid to venture out in the cold. She was staying at the Holiday Inn, sleeping at the Holiday Inn. Never had a hesitation when she made her reservation, no surprising at the Holiday Inn. She was staying at the Holiday Inn, eating at the Holiday Inn. Even took a down and outer, though the traffic it was louder, it is safer at the Holiday Inn. Well, you never would have figured the way things were, the two of them would ever meet. But room 102 and room 103 had that little door there in between. She got up to get a drink, couldn't find the sink, then she opened up the wrong dang door. When she quit yelling, he commenced a selling. I ain't no need to tell you more. Now they are staying at the Holiday Inn, sleeping at the Holiday Inn. Never have a hesitation when they make the reservation, no surprising at the Holiday Inn. They are staying at the Holiday Inn, eating at the Holiday Inn. Even take a down and outer, though the traffic it is louder, it is safer at the Holiday Inn. Wait a minute.
All
Always
right.
stay at the Holiday Inn. Thank you very much. That's my last song.
I spent 10 days at the
Woo!
Holiday Inn just a week ago after my air conditioner went out. So
Yeah, I guess this is a sensitive topic.
so anyway, and now it's time for Ace Pounder. What's your last one tonight going to be?
Well, I was going to do something different because I'm basically trying to work on this guitar and see if what it does and what it doesn't do. But I decided to, Harry sort of laid down a challenge for me to do a Jewish religious song. Just so happens I've written a couple of those songs. I could actually do the traditional ones, but that's on the piano. I don't really think I figured them out.
Can we say praise Lord? Praise
Yeah,
praise,
yeah, yeah.
praise, praise the
Right.
Lord? and all that
and
kind of
as
stuff?
many times as you want. Just not
Okay.
during the solo.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. And none of that. Whoa, yeah. Anyway, this is a friend accused me of writing Jewish gospel songs, and I think this kind of qualifies as this. This is written for the Psalm 100, and I, instead of using the Hebrew, I used the traditional phrase from this, which is "make a joyful noise to the Lord." And I sort of looked at it in three ways, in terms of music, in terms of prayer, and in terms of nature. So anyway, this is if you don't like this, you can blame Harry. It's his fault. And I even got the harmonica out so I look like Harry. The sound comes over me as my fingers feel the moods of hopes for daily living mixed with dreams, floating upward on a breeze, rising through the rustling leaves. Music breathes in a cry of love. Make a joyful noise, make a joyful noise, a joyful noise, louder noise. The rumbled hush of davening does hover in the air. Baruch Hu, Baruch Shemo. In prayer, the room does resonate with cacophony of words harmonizing in a cry of love. Make a joyful noise, make a joyful noise, make a joyful noise, louder noise. When lightning runs like sidewalk cracks against the blue-black sky and shatters through the middle of a chord, building wind through organ pipes of raging, sheeting rain, thunders in a cry of love. Make a joyful noise, make a joyful noise, make a joyful noise, louder noise.
Hey, that's beautiful.
Oh, thanks, man.
And for playing that song for you, I'm going to give you a joke that you can
Okay.
use. It's a nice joke. It's a cute joke. Everyone's going to like this joke. The little Baptist boy and the little Jewish boy were talking. And the little Jewish boy asked the Baptist boy what he was going to be when he grew up. And he said, well, I'm going to... I know what the Baptist boy is a Catholic boy. The little Catholic boy and the Jewish boy were talking. And then the Jewish boy asked the little Catholic boy what he's going to be when he grew up. And he said, I'm going to be a priest. He said, well, what'll that get you? And he said, well, I might get to be a bishop or something someday. He said, well, what'll that get you? And he said, well, if I'm really good at it, I might get to be Pope. He said, oh, Pope, so what will that get you? And he said, well, golly, you don't expect me to be Jesus Christ or anything, do you? And the little Jewish boy said, well, we had a boy make it. That makes you think a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. Chances
We had a kid make it.
Not me, though.
All right, Seante, what do you have for us? This will be the last time around for tonight.
when I saw him for the first time. Had a feeling in this heart of mine. Oh dear, this song's already a cliche, but I think I'll sing it anyway. All for too many, too often. Should have exercised caution. We knew we'd be going round in circles. For long, our lives turned turtle. Gives good excuses to talk to me. Fulfills my vitamin L deficiency. Invites me for espressos to Italy. Can only smile at my doting dilettante. Want him to go, want him to stay. When caught between the moon and JFK, all I can do is put our conversations on replay. Since that text, my headspace has been no good. Came into my life uninvited, so rude. Wish he'd be gone, gone from my head. Can't believe it's only just the talking stage. Oh, oh, only just the talking stage. The time spent thinking about him is unhealthy. Things I don't know about myself, he tells me. Sticky, syrupy, saccharine, sweet, sugary. Can't get rid of it, who gone isn't helping me. He's why I look at my phone and get tired. Starry-eyed every day is the 4th of July. Only says ciao and never goodbye. Sometimes I don't know how to reply. Want him to go, want him to stay. Now in my head our conversations replay. Caught between the moon and JFK. Since that text, my headspace has been no good. Came into my life uninvited, so rude. Wish he'd be gone, gone from my head. Can't believe it's only just the talking stage. They say opposites attract, but do they last? Pulls apart, know the answer from the start. Since that text, my headspace has been no good. Came into my life uninvited, so rude. Wish he'd be gone, gone from my head. Can't believe it's only just. Since that text, my headspace has been no good. Came into my life uninvited, so rude. Wish he'd be gone, gone from my head. Can't believe it's only just the talking stage. Talking stage.
Love that line about the cliches.
Thank you.
All right, Jenny, can you finish us out for the evening?
Okay. I don't know how this one goes. I'll just make it up. For the first time, don't need to know who you are. Just want to chill with you. Gaze at the stars in your eyes. Don't need to vibe or conquer the world. Fine just to be by you. The oyster, the pearl. Light or delight, fight or bright. You wanted me to know. I couldn't. I might. Knowing didn't matter. Saying felt right. Not sure if I want you. Don't know that much. But hanging by the by might be enough in your eyes. What was all that when you brought me some light? Did you know you were giving it a connection, that flight in your eyes?
All right.
Thanks.
Folks, folks, that is one for the books, I think, and one for YouTube. And anybody have any closing thoughts? Well, I don't hear anything.
Ace raised his hand, but I don't know what it means.
Yeah, just a word about Grover. You know, just
Okay.
wanted to be mentioned.
He was so courageous and inspirational and positive.
Yep.
He really enhanced our lives. I feel very fortunate to have been able to virtually meet Grover.
Me
Yeah.
too. Me too.
Intriguing guy and a good heart, and I think we all benefited from knowing him.
Yeah.
I hope he heard the song that Harry and Alan and I did before he passed. So, but I think he knew he was loved, so that's okay.
I think he was a lot more talented than we might have thought too.
Yeah. How long was he in
Yeah.
the Marines? Was he
That
a
he,
Marine?
that he never said. I think he was in the Marines kind of between wars.
Yeah, he's 2 years older than me, so he would be too young for Vietnam and probably would have been out before Iraq.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but still, that's quite an involvement and commitment, and especially the Marines. I salute him on that.
He had an attractive wife and a nice lady.
Oh,
And
terrific.
also,
person.
I heard him singing a cover song with somebody online, and he had a very good voice. He was a good singer. But we got to know him right at the tail end of.
Yeah, that's
His
I wish
musical
could
career,
have
yeah.
known him. You know, I
He
tell
really
you,
made
another
the
person
rounds
I
on-
wish I could have known when he was younger was Joe Pafum.
Oh yeah. I bet Joe was.
He would have
heck,
whipped us
yeah.
all.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right. That's right.
Yeah. he was a pistol.
I
Still
got it.
is.
Sorry about the barking, everybody.
It's okay.
they know all about love.
They do.
That's true.
Doggone it.
Well, a lot of people love Grover. He did the rounds of the open mic, so he had a lot of open mic friends.
There was a comment made to my announcement about how he was shocked because all of his Facebook's posts, even right up to the end there, were all very positive. So
Wow.
he had a really great attitude.
He did.
He did.
Yeah.
Grover, we love you.
Pray for
I'm
your
sure
family.
you're doing a virtual open mic in heaven tonight.
There you go.
Amen.
Hey,
Amen.
I bet he'd be jamming at King David's house.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he's,
yeah,
si-
yeah.
he's singing with angels up there.
Yeah.
Give me that lyre. Let's see. I got that. Yeah. Okay then.
Well, all right. Anybody do anything special for the 4th?
Just friends and probably hot dogs and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Playing a gig at a grand opening of a snow cone stand.
Oh well, that's cool. Okay.
I hope it's cool. It's supposed to be 100 degrees.
It better
It's
be.
still
cool,
gonna be
for
hot
God's
on
sakes.
Friday.
Oh no
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
It's supposed to cool off a little bit on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, and remember what we're saying with cooling off. And it's not just the numbers. I'm convinced it's that whole the heat humidity index is just oppressive. I mean, I've been through hot spells here, but this is yuck.
Well, they're actually saying this dome over us is good because the central to North Atlantic water temperature is extremely warm, and they're worried about incredible hurricanes. But
Right.
because of this weather pattern, it's causing a lot of wind shear, and these storms are being ripped apart by the wind
Interesting.
shear as they're approaching the mainland. So maybe it's a good thing.
See, you do learn something every night that you come here. I mean, it may be a chord and it may be meteorology. I mean, I
You know
think
what?
that's
You
really
were-
interesting.
You were right, Harry, about Keith being so smart.
Oh yeah, you can
I
tell.
think
He
I
wears
think he is
glasses.
smart. He's him and John Jaggers. They'd be good roommates at if we ever had to put people in the, yeah. Yeah, John Jaggers went to Rice University. He's an electrical engineer. Do y'all know John?
I've
You know, he
seen him
invented
around.
that. Invented that capo. You know, he's always bragging about it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, I think I've met him.
He's a smart guy, just like you, Keith.
Yeah, I met a couple people from Rice, and they are very top. I'm also an electrical engineer.
Well, I tell you what,
I'm retired.
I was headed for Rice. I was going to go there, but Texas Tech accepted me, and I went to Texas Tech.
Red Raiders, yeah.
Yeah. Once I said, man, I'm not going to Rice.
You didn't want that Gulf humidity.
No.
Think what it
knew
would have
much
done to his
about
hair.
Rice. Huh?
Think what it would have done to your hair, that Gulf humidity. You would have just frizzed. It would have been unsightly.
Oh, yeah.
Well, just look at what the Midwest humidity did to my hair.
And Pittsburgh pollution, that's what did it to me, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Bastard steel mills, yeah. All right, I'm out of here. Peace,
Okay.
love, and
Everybody say
night-night.
goodbye to
Little red
Facebook.
button.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Facebook.
Facebook.
Bye.
Nice to see you all.